full-length, interdimensional adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. We're doing things we've never been able to do before.
Making games used to be about these constant trade-offs between the artistic vision and technical limitations. With PS5, we're not going to be burdened like that. We're going to be able to realize our artistic vision a lot better. It's got a ton of horsepower, which is very easy to unlock, and it's a machine that's really easy to develop on. The PS5 will present a paradigm shift as to what players will come to expect from gaming. It will let us tell stories, make worlds, create gameplay that I think will truly captivate the player and really surprise quite a few people. Please take a look at this new franchise for Worldwide Studios, coming exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Over and over, I relive my first moments on this alien planet. The crash. The attack. My death. The crash. The attack. My death. Trapped in this endless cycle. Even death is no escape. Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different. As if changing. This world is becoming part of me. Infecting my mind. My memories. The longer I spend here, the more I can feel my sanity slip away. But I cannot lose hope. My only choice is to keep fighting. To keep looking for answers. My only hope is to break the cycle. Before the cycle breaks me.
Hello everyone, my name is Josh Greer and this is my brother Mike. We're from Ember Lab, a small team with a background in film and animation.
And we're very excited today to share
You cannot hide your weakness from me. You have no power here, Kena.
You ever feel like you're just waiting for a sign? To do that thing you've always meant to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm just standing on the edge of doing great things. But something's holding me back. Maybe it's just nerves. Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagine, when I'm still just standing on the edge. But if we've got nothing else to lose, might as well jump.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, and I'm here to share with you a game that I've been dying to make. It's an emotionally engaging story where rescuing is rewarding, failure is devastatingly hilarious, and the memories should last you a lifetime. Take a look.
'You are no longer a slave, Abe. They believed, trusted, followed, and it led them here. You may have escaped the murderous blades, but the fate of your entire people is up to you. Voice.
プレイステーション5によって我々の考える東京のビジュアルを実現できました。今までに見たことのない東京の魅力を見て、聞いて、感じることができます。これからお見せするのはゴーストワイヤー東京の世界初のゲームプレイ動画です。スーパーナチュラルでミステリアスな東京、そこに潜む驚異と美しさを感じ取っていただけると思います。ぜひお楽しみください。
You see things others can't. Hear threats others don't. Fight when others won't. It's up to you to save Tokyo.
gotta intervene. I'm the biggest one that don't you ever seen. I'ma need a crown. I'm the only one that ever held it down. At the tip top, people flip flop every day. Not I, top 5. I'm a big shot. I'm the one that wanna take the big shots. Big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan, big lost in this wall. Look at me now, you can't hold me down. So give me the crown, baby. Wait for the king.
It was always gonna end like this. All your hard work, all your sacrifice, only sped up the process. Yourself alone. Only death awaits.
Hacker Nabrak here from IO Interactive. In Hitman 3, Agent 47 is back for his most intimate and professional contract in his entire career. This is also the dramatic conclusion for the World of Assassination trilogy. I'm so proud to be here to present a little glimpse of the gameplay where Agent 47 is on top of the world in Dubai. Enjoy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans. Here we go. The first ever teaser for NBA 2K21. Y'all are not ready for this.
Trying to break you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. I don't make a sound when I stray. You better just run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Your life. Run for your life.
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack. A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns. Oh, and it's tasty too. Welcome to the island of bug snacks. My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of bug snacks.
Liz! I was trying to carry a lamp with my weenie hands, but I dropped it, and now the town's on fire.
Oh, again? It's bug snacks.
Hi everyone, thank you for being with us today for this very special event. But before we get to the end of the show, I have something very near and dear to me.
Deathloop is a next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop.
This is our unique vision, what Arcane is all about.
Freeform immersive gameplay, a surreal player-driven story smashed together.
Want to see some stylish action? Check this out.
She is not making this easy. Good morning, Black Reef. Another day, another death. Aren't time loops fun? For everyone else on this island, this place is paradise. A never-ending party, where hunting me is the main attraction. And no matter how I try to escape, they always cut me down. But I'm one stubborn motherfucker. Every loop I'm learning a little more, piecing together the puzzle. There's 8 targets, and they all gotta die before midnight. There's just one little snag.
You thought it was going to be easy?
Juliana Blake, Black Reef's protector and a real pain in my ass. She may kill me 1,000,000 times, but eventually, inevitably, I will break this fucking loop.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff?
Quit being so paranoid.
family. Who are you? Who sent you? What's going on? They're coming. Who is? Chris?
Sorry, Ethan.
Why?
What is that?
Freedom. Our freedom.
The old ones perished 1,000 years ago. Their great cities turned to graves. In their place came new life. And new dangers. I must find a way to stop it. Or it will get worse and worse. Until it destroys us all. There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depth I won't explore. No secret I won't unlock. No barrier I won't cross. This mission is mine alone. If I falter, if I fail, there won't be anyone left to stop what's coming. But whatever comes, I will be ready.
On behalf of the entire team at Guerrilla, we're happy to share the first look at Horizon Forbidden West.
We're continuing Elio's story as she moves west to a far future America.
To brave a beautiful but dangerous frontier masked with mysterious new threats.
Get ready to explore distant lands ravaged by massive storms.
And take on new, powerful machines as you return
to the majestic world of Horizon.
Stay tuned for much more. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
I think there's a lot to look forward to for the community.
I think fans are going to be really pleased.
As a game designer and storyteller, this is incredibly exciting. We're talking a whole new generation of ideas and experiences that we can create for the player.
No matter where they are, no matter who they are.
New experiences like we've never had before.
More iconic, interesting characters, more atmospheric, immersive worlds for players to explore.
We want to wow players.
Expect the unexpected. And I, for one, can't wait.
You can't wait.
We can't wait to share them with you. It's so exciting.
Incredibly exciting.
It's really about love.
We're tired of effort.
As a developer, that's an amazing feeling to have.
Welcome to PlayStation 5.
We hope you've enjoyed the first glimpse of our future today. You've seen our most striking console design yet, and you've seen games that can only be enjoyed with the full range of PlayStation 5's features and power. At PlayStation, we believe in generational transitions, and we put years of work into making them happen. We want you to enjoy the unique benefits of moving from one generation to the next. Thank you for joining us. We're launching later this year, and we have tons more to share. Welcome to PlayStation 5.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
PlayStation.
Hello.
Beyond.
I didn't even know what to say.
I know.
Well, I did that whole intro muted, so we're off to a great start. Anyway, PlayStation 5, we're going to look at the future of gaming, and it's definitely a lot squigglier than I think a lot of us were expecting. Hey, everybody, I'm Max, that's Lucy, that's Jonathan, that's Brian. We do a PlayStation podcast every week, and dear God, we haven't had anything to talk about for quite some time, but now we finally do.
Too much.
I don't know what compelled me to do this today, but I brought my white Vita to the shoot today, just because I wanted it nearby, and it feels like it fits in with the family of the PS5 that we just saw.
It really does.
So oh my God, you guys, this is
so great.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start things off. We got our first look at the console after like a lot of kind of wait. We still do not have a release date or a price, which is like the top two things people are currently frantically Googling. That could change sooner or later. Who knows? That might go up quietly in a Wired article, or it might be the thing that Sony reveals during whatever happens for the thing to replace Gamescom later this summer. So I was not expecting two different versions. I was not expecting a digital and digital only, and then a regular version with a disc drive on it. What did you guys make of that, Jonathan?
I think it's genius. Jonathan, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm very excited.
We're all so excited. It's crazy. I do think that's very telling, probably, of what the price might end up being because obviously the digital edition will probably come in at a little cheaper if they have the same storage space. And that might be a way to undercut what may be a high price point for the sort of standard version of the box. But I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, granted, a lot of people still do buy physical games, but we've seen, especially in the past few months, people are more than willing to buy a lot of games digitally when they need to. And so I think it makes sense depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. I think that we could actually see these consoles be comparable in price if the digital one is offset by having a much bigger drive. If there's something like 3 terabytes in there or more, I think that's a good way to future-proof it. I'm already torn on which one I want, which I think is a good problem for them to have.
Now, Lucy, you've been very vocal on Twitter about how much you wanted like a stupid design. You wanted it to look like the Homer, the car design for Homer Simpson.
Well,
is it dumb enough?
It's perfect. This is what my tweet was, all right? I'm sick of black box console design. I want the PS5 to be a triangle with some sort of origami folding structure, bright orange, and it sings some real Homer's car stuff, honks when you turn it on, let's go nuts. That was my tweet. I feel like, that was obviously, I was swinging for the fences there, but I feel like what we actually got was kind of on par with that. It's wild. It's such a crazy design. It's incredibly futuristic. It's bizarre. It kind of doesn't make any sense. It looks like it does look like a sort of like a PC rig that someone very high built. And I really, really love that.
Yeah, it's funny that the Xbox Series X has the like standard PC console tower, and this one's like, oh, I spent 30,000 extra bucks on lights and doohickeys to make it go crazy. Like, I do think some of the design is definitely there for the ventilation, because as we've all discussed on Beyond, the PS4 Pro sounds like a jet engine all the time, so they probably work to fix that. But yeah,
This is the first time a video game console has been on par with the fake video game consoles that leak before the real video game consoles come out. Like, there's always these mock renders that come out that are so ridiculously over the top, like the Nintendo Revolution, which was like this cyborg helmet. This looks like one of those fake mock-ups. If we had seen this a month ago, we would have been like, yeah, right, no way in hell, somebody made that in AutoCAD. This is nonsense, you're a liar. And now it's here, and I'm like, yeah, it's real.
But of course, it's also got the same aesthetic and design as the DualSense. Like, I don't really know why we thought it was going to be more conservative. It's very much a DualSense companion.
Yeah, I'm into that. It was really weird seeing this whole family of hardware lined up. Like, we got to look at the new headphones. There's going to be a dedicated charging cradle thing, which I'm, I guess, interested in, but also sort of skeptical of, because we were told that the DualSense is going to have a better battery life. I don't know how it would have a worse battery life than the DualShock 4, but I mean, that seems like an odd peripheral to sort of cart out at launch. The media remote is kind of a bold one. That's always been sort of an after-the-fact type of thing. I feel like to sort of put that out front and center is pretty much acknowledging that, yeah, a lot of people use this as their dedicated, media device. We got I was expecting a little bit more details on sort of the hardware aside from what it looks like. Sony told us to wear headphones for the event to give us the best experience possible. I feel like there's a lot we still don't know. Like, they hyped up the haptic feedback stuff the DualSense does, and there's obviously going to be 3D audio things, but I almost feel like that's stuff that we can't fully properly comprehend. So I think in lieu of that, they were like, here's a crap load of games. Yeah. So let's shift gears and talk about that. We had a few like real bangers out of that. Let's talk about Horizon Forbidden West. We've been joking for ages about what are they going to call it. I think Forbidden West is a damn good name. Lucy, you're a huge Horizon fan.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like the name is very much like, hey, let's put our hand in this bowl of words and then throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And Forbidden West is as good as any, right? I think it looks amazing. I think I'm so excited. Again, I've always said I wasn't super keen on Horizon 2 coming out like at launch. But like what we've seen already is so damn impressive. I wouldn't be sad if it did. I think one of the coolest things we saw is the more kind of organic machine design. I love that kind of hulking, almost like Shadow of the Colossus vibe that one machine had. Obviously, they're expanding to underwater environments, and again, like very Jaws-like and terrifying. I felt very claustrophobic being in that scene with Aloy. And I'm very pleased that Aloy is back as well. Like, we discussed a lot on the show about whether she was going to return, but I think, Sony really has established her as one of PlayStation's biggest and strongest mascots, and I'm stoked to see her come back.
Yeah, I'm very curious to check out the setting and see what they do with the new hardware. That shot at the end had a little little Golden Gate Bridge peeking up there in the Transamerica building. So I think we're going to see a totally ruined San Francisco. Ruined in a much more imaginative way than it actually is. Now, shifting gears to the other coast, we also got to look at Spider-Man Miles Morales, which was how they kicked off the show, and all of us, collectively lost our S word over that. Jonathan, you were predicting some cool stuff from Insomniac. What did you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, we cursed quite a bit in our off live feed when that happened, because first off, just like what an intro that is for this showcase. That was such a smart, kind of unexpected thing, because I think a lot of us were sort of expecting Spider-Man 2 to come a little bit later. And I think there's a little bit of debate. I saw some conversation online of whether this will be proper Spider-Man 2 or if this is maybe something in between proper numbered sequels. It seems to be likely we're staying within Manhattan, obviously, but the focus will be on Miles, who everyone loved the bits and pieces of storytelling and character building we got from him in the first game, but this is clearly going to put him as the playable character. It's set during Christmas time, so that means they can probably keep people off the streets because it's cold in New York City and you got to stay inside because of the snow. But I like this first look looks gorgeous. Spider-Man is obviously one of the biggest PS4 exclusives, and to have this at holiday this year, like this is coming in the, if not on launch day, within that launch window for PS5, is probably going to be the biggest way they're going to sell this. Like whatever the price is, you want to play the next Spider-Man game. This was such a smart move to have.
I'm pretty excited about this. I think I get the sense that it's going to be sort of like a Uncharted Lost Legacy or Infamous First Light type of thing, where it's not, it's kind of a half measure, but not in a bad way. And it's going to be cool to see kind of that like side-by-side comparison of like, we all know what that version of New York looks like on PS4, and to jump into that on PS5 should be pretty cool. I imagine the snow will look very nice. Anyway, Brian, Resident Evil, you got real worked up on that one.
Oh my God, guys! Resident Evil 8. First of all, this is I think this might be my favorite reveal of the day, if not the year. Huge Resident Evil fan, as many of you are watching the show today, and even on the cast right here. Resident Evil 8 was a really, really wonderful surprise, despite having heard a lot of the rumors. Actually seeing it come together in reality made me super happy. It looks like it's going back to a sort of like Resident Evil 4 style village mixed with the castle, mixed with like some cult elements, and then most importantly, werewolves, which is brand new for the franchise, unless it was in like some weird PS1 online only game that I missed. Who knows? And this game is sort of spiritual successor to Resident Evil 7, but also feels a lot more evocative to some of my favorite stuff from some of the more ancient Resident Evil games, like 4 specifically. Seeing that sort of like kind of rugged rural back area of the castle and the village and stuff like that coming together. Plus there's a little bit of mansion in there too. So it feels like it's ticking all the right boxes for like hardcore old school Resident Evil fans. And then obviously carrying a lot of the stuff that Resident Evil 7 brought to the table, which I think made me really, really happy. I just want to know if this is going to have VR support. Like, where's PSVR 2? Obviously a lot of questions. I feel like you could make a white PSVR pretty easily, make it line up with everything in there. But yeah, cannot wait for this one.
Brian, I'm very excited for this as well. I mean, you touched on it, that it looks kind of old school. It straddles the line between old school and what, Resident Evil 7 brought to the table. But, it looks really eccentric. It's got that eccentric vibe to it, which I love from the old games. Like the characters already look completely off the wall. And I'm just so excited for that to return.
Yeah, I think that people don't give the Resident Evil franchise enough credit for like balancing campiness and horror at the same time. That's one of my favorite things about Resident Evil 4 is that it is sort of campy. It is very action movie, and a lot of the dialogue is funny and stilted. And even with this, like we saw with Chris showing up, and like that whole interaction was just like almost hilarious. But it just works. It just works. They just constantly find that balance. I cannot wait to explore this game.
I'm very excited about this. I love that we did have like rumors and leaks about how it's going to have werewolves and witches, and people are like, that sounds ludicrous. That sounds like Halloween decorations. And they're clearly leading into this kind of Grimm's fairy tale, almost a Bloodborne kind of gothic horror approach. We have a lot more to talk about, but we have to take a very quick break. If you just tuned in, we have a donation going. We are gathering donations for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Response Fund, as well as the Bail Project. If you want to look at that, we've got links in the description, as well as you can go to donate.ign.com, kick in a few bucks. We have lots more Summer of Gaming and PlayStation 5, I almost said 5 breakdown right after this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game. But what if you got the opportunity to peek into the minds of the developers while they watch their games getting completely wrecked? That's exactly what happens in every episode of Game Devs React to Speedruns.
You can do that. Oh my god!
We invite you to ride along with the developers as they react to, question, and enjoy some of the most skilled players exploiting and speeding through a game it took years of their life to create. Join us every Saturday for a new episode.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
The next generation of video gaming is on the horizon, and IGN is here to bring you the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X news and analysis in our new weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch 2020. We'll bring on the experts to discuss and analyze all the latest developments around these new consoles. From frame rates, services, features, peripherals, and even all the new tech jargon, Next Gen Console Watch 2020 will keep you up to speed on everything leading up to the next generation of gaming. Join us every Friday for a new episode.
News, Games, and More is IGN's live news show every day of the week that covers all the day's news about games, movies, comics, and of course more. This is our daily live show that takes a rotating cast of IGN talent going over all the latest news of the day while taking live questions and comments from chat. We're live every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us on mixer.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN, and twitch.tv/IGN. See you there.
Packing all of the things that happened in the big old Sony PlayStation 5 event, and it's always one of the more difficult things to form coherent sentences when you're all jazzed up and excited about cool, new, shiny things. There were a lot of games on that presentation. We saw a whole lot of them. One of the first ones, we got a chance to talk about Spider-Man Miles Morales a second ago. Insomniac apparently has been very busy. Jonathan, you're a big Ratchet & Clank fan. Tell us about this new one.
I'm so excited about this one. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Altano for his misreading of the subtitle of this game, which, Brian, if you'd like to go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's called